Good evening, beautiful people of INFINii. It looks like we have quite a few people pouring in still, but if you guys can hear us and if you can see Kevin's screen that is half Japanese, please go ahead and say yes. If you can really see his screen in half Japanese, please say yes in Japanese.
Oh yeah, let's see that happening. Anybody got that? Anybody got that? Yes. Okay, so someone smart and they said yes in Japanese.
Yes, that was Kelly, I believe. And then Tom says hi.
Yeah,
Hi,
beautiful.
which is what somebody would say if all they've done is watch anime to understand Japanese.
That's right. But that's okay. We don't hold that against you. All right, this kicked off, everybody. I want to give you a document to go ahead and have for your own and download and print if you so like. And we're going to be using this during the webinar. So you guys should see that in your downloads. Let me know if you got it. Beautiful, beautiful. All right, so I'll let you guys grab that. You can go ahead and click on that link and open that up. You're going to see exactly what you're seeing on this screen right here, which is Global Manager. Who here was not on yesterday's call and don't know what we talked about yesterday? If you were not, let me know so I can see if we need to cover anything from yesterday. Okay. All right, so what I'm going to do then while you guys go ahead.
If you are somebody who was on yesterday but would like a quick recap of what we talked about a little bit to set the stage for what we're about to talk about today in this 8-part, 3-volume series on how to build your business. No, I'm kidding. It's not an 8-part series, but please go ahead, Kevin.
Okay, so what we're going to need to know basically, if you haven't been in, if you didn't watch yesterday's webinar, if you haven't really been paying 100% attention, we've launched a new compensation plan, a new rewards plan. And I believe that everyone on the call knows about that. I'm pretty sure you guys know about the rewards plan. But what I want to do today is map out how you're going to get to one of the pinnacle ranks in the rewards plan, which is the rank of Global Manager. So let's walk through real quick the compensation plan, and this will literally take 2 minutes. For those of you who have not seen this new compensation plan, I think you're going to like it a lot better than the one that you've been operating under, because it's easy. No one here can understand the old compensation plan, the binary. Nobody can understand that. Pretty sure this one will be much easier. So let me go ahead and shut this down real quick, and we will get to it. Okay, so here's how this works, okay? There's only 4 components to the compensation plan, to the rewards plan. I got to get out of the mindset of saying compensation. Rewards plan. In the rewards plan, we have 4 different components, okay? We have a jump start. That means 25%, okay, of anything that comes in your first day. So you sign up John, and John comes in at Excel, pays $400. You're going to get 25% of that one time. And you sign somebody up, you help somebody get started with this opportunity, 25% of that is going to go into your jumpstart. Okay? That gets paid out 2 weeks from the time that it occurred. Pretty awesome. So this only happens once, by the way. The next month you don't get a jumpstart again. This is to help you get into profit when you make that first sale, second sale, third sale on new people coming in the door. First time they pay, new people coming in the door, jumpstart 25%. The next way we earn is milestone bonuses. Okay, these are bonuses that you get for hitting different ranks. Okay, for hitting different ranks. If you hit manager, you will get paid $50 for hitting that. If you hit regional manager, you'll get $100. If you hit national, you get $350. If you hit global, you'll get $500 in milestones. Here's the cool part about this, though. Okay, Brad, you're on here. Brad, if Brad goes ahead and hits global manager, starts smashing out these ranks, and I referred Brad, then I would make a 20% check match on every milestone he gets. So there's $1,000 in milestone. I'm going to get $200 of that when I help somebody hit global manager. And because I hit global manager, I just made $1,000. Pretty easy, right? Now on level 2, folks that are on my level 2, I'll go ahead and get 10% of their milestones. I'll check match that 10%. 5%. This creates a lot of money at the front end of the compensation for you guys to go ahead and make tons of money at the front end as you're getting up to that residual income. So let's talk about that residual income. On step 3, we have the INFINii pay. This is the third way we get paid, okay? And this is paid 10% on your volumes to INFINii in depth. And there's caps on these per legs, okay? So for every leg, there's a cap on it, but you're essentially getting 10% of what happens in that organization, okay, depending on what rank you have as you move up. So the cool thing about this is if you find a lot of volume and depth in your organization, meaning you sign up Bob, he signs up Bill, Bill signs up John, John signs up Hitesh, and Hitesh blows it out and creates a ton of volume for me, I'm still getting paid on that, so I can help them build and help them grow. 10%
$1
INFINii.
billion BV just from me.
Yeah. That's how Hitesh does it. $1 billion VV. Can you guys believe that? Let me know in the chat if you believe you can actually do $1 billion in VV. I actually think you might be able to. So INFINii check match. INFINii check match is getting a check match on this INFINii pay of those people that you personally bring into the system. A lot of people said you can, by the way, in the chat. So INFINii check match is a check match on the INFINii pay of those folks. So if I refer Tanya, and Tanya comes in here and Tanya makes $1,000 in her INFINii check, I'm going to check match that at 5% as a regional manager. Now, as you progress in rank, this is where you start making a lot more money because you start check matching 30%, 35%, 40%, 45%, 60%, 70%, right? And the sweet spot in this compensation plan where I want everyone to start smashing out by rank 2 is this director. Okay, so how do you get to director? All right, you have to get to global manager first, right? How do you get to global manager? You're going to get to national, regional. So I'm going to map out for you guys real quick how simple it can be to pop these ranks. Okay, we're going to start with the builder. This is what you are when you first come in. You have 0 business volume. You are a builder. Okay, once you have in business volume, okay, once you have 400 in business volume, you're going to be a manager. Okay, and again, let me back up because the builder, you need one person and you hit builder. Okay, one person, you hit builder. But I don't think anyone wants to stop at builder. So I sometimes skip over that a little bit in my mind because I think everyone on here wants to smash out global manager and director. That's where we want to go, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and help a couple people get in the door. They come in, I become a builder because I signed up one person. I get 3 people in at surge and I get 400 in volume in my downline minimum on my 3 legs. And guess what? I'm a manager. So if I can hit manager, who here thinks that they can hit manager? Who here can bring in 3 people at that surge level and smash out manager? Who can do that? I want to see some, I mean, you know, if you can do it, just let me know. Let me know in the chat right now. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. Look, this is great. So I expect to see everyone smash out this manager. Now, how do you guys get to regional manager? Can someone tell me how you get to regional manager? You're a manager, you came in, your first week, you hit manager, boom, you got 3 people on your level 1. All right, what do we got to do to hit regional manager? We have to help those folks on our level 1 hit manager. If those 3 people hit manager, we are now what? We are now regional manager. If we help those folks that we just helped hit manager get to regional manager, we are now a national manager. If we help 3 people get to national manager, we are now a global manager. If we help 3 global managers, we are a director. That's how easy this is. So when we build this, we definitely want to build in 3, in 3, in 3, in 3. Get 3 managers, help them hit regional, you're a national. Get 3 nationals, you're a global. Get 3 globals, you're a director. Okay? And that's why we brought out this form right here. Because as we're going through this restructuring, what I want you guys to do is I want you to actually take this form, print it out, and I want you to write your name right here. You, global manager. That's where we want to take you. All right? In the month of June. So what do you need to hit that? Well, first you got to start somewhere. You got to get your 3 partners in. And the way that I propose that you build this, and this will build it very, very quickly for you, is you should be thinking in 6s. I want 3 partners. I want 3 customers. Who here knows people that are in this company that have no interest in being a partner, but they are loving the product. They want to be a customer, and that's what they're here for, right? There's tons of them, thousands of them. They actually outweigh the partners, okay, by a significant amount, and that's healthy. That's what we want. We want customers having a great time with the product, making money with the product. So your goal should be to get 3 customers, 3 people that have no intentions of ever becoming a partner, because that's okay, and grabbing 3 partners who want to be builders and grow this thing out, who want to smash out global manager, who want to hit these ranks and start making money in the rewards plan. And so when you go ahead and write your name right here, I want you to write the name of your 3 partners that you're going to be working with, that are going to be your top partners, that you're going to be running these guys straight to global manager. You're going to be helping them get to global manager. I want you to write their names in. And then I want you to look at how many customers you have. And I want you to go out there in the month of June and get customers, 3 partners and 3 customers. If you do that, you'll write your name right here. You'll check this box off. You'll write the partner names here. And when you check this off, you're saying, look, I've got my 3 customers. Check. And I've written down the names of my 3 partners. Then you want to work with those 3 partners to do what? Get their 3 partners and get their 3 customers. Check. Okay? And so on and so forth down the line. If you do this a few levels out and you stay organized with this, what you're going to find out very quick is you're setting yourself up, and you're teaching and you're training, and you're being in a position to get to manager very quickly with these 3 frontline partners. And now all you have to do is duplicate with them. Help them get their 3. Boom. They're hitting manager, you're hitting regional. Celebrate that, because they're going to get rewarded for that. They're going to get a $50 commission check, a milestone check from us. Because of that, you're going to check match that. They are also going to get 25% of what came in the door on that first sale, and they're going to get 10% in their INFINii. So we want to make sure that we're helping people hit that. All right. Once you have your 3 managers in place, guys, help them get to regional. In doing so, it'll pop you to national. Help them get to national. In doing so, it'll pop you to global manager. Very simple. And this is pretty easy goal, 10,000 in BV. If you think that this is difficult, you are sorely mistaken, because we have a couple tools in place that are going to help you do this. One, we have a holding tank. So you can take those customers that you have, and you can place those customers in depth underneath of your partners to help them pop those ranks. Okay, this is how we do it. Does this make sense, guys? Let me know if this makes sense. Let me know if you're confused. Let me know if you get it, if you're ready to rock it out, if you understand that all you need to do is get your 3 partners placed. Actually, write their names down on this sheet. Make sure you get your 3 customers. Check mark the box when you got them. You can leave the customers in your holding tank, right? You want to place those guys later on. And you can grow entire organizations in your holding tank, but you're going to be able to place those folks to help people get to ranks, aka get to manager, get to regional, get to national, get to global. And for those of you who were on yesterday and saw, this is what your holding tank looks like. Now, right now, this is what it looks like. And I want to ask a question here. Who here has too many people in their level 1? Can't really see them. Can't find a person on their level 1 because they're just rock stars and they've brought in 50, 60 people, 20 people, 10 people, 8 people, 12 people. Who is in that situation? Okay, definitely you, Marin. So I want to show you something that's going to be happening tonight. What you'll see tonight is you will see this search function. Did you see how that just changed there for me? If I click back, it's not there. This is what you see right now. But later on tonight, you're going to see something like this, to where you can go ahead and you can search people and search usernames. Okay, so I can go ahead and look for someone's username in here. All right, so you'll be able to have that function, be able to do that, be able to just go through, type in their username, and find them, whatever username they are. Okay, so let's say if I'm looking for somebody and I'm on the phone with them and I go, oh, my username's HMOM. I hit go, you'll be able to search them, toggle them out. And now you can go ahead and see who they have in their downline a lot easier, right? You can see what time they have on their clock to be moved, because this is a clock that gives you how much time you have to move them and place them in your organizations. You can go ahead and assign them. These things you can do. All right, pretty awesome, pretty easy. So does that make sense, guys? And I want to answer a question that I get over and over and over again. And that question is, if I move somebody, can I move them again? No, you can't. If you move somebody one time, the system will tell you this is irreversible. You cannot move them ever again. This is it. This is where they go. So be sure when you do it, okay? And for those of you who are, big leaders in here inside of INFINii with us, and you're helping your organizations and you're helping your teams, we're going to be going over some cool concepts to help you once you have somebody in your holding tank. If you have one person in your holding tank, guys, I'm going to show you a way you can drive an entire organization throughout the month because you can leverage that volume before you place it. So pretty cool, pretty cool. So that's what I wanted to go through with you guys. I want to make sure you have this. If you don't have this, let me know. Actually, I'll go pop it back in here again for you. If you came on late, I'm going to send this out to you. And this will help you get a little bit organized. And you're going to see a lot of little sheets like this because it's all about organization. It's all about being organized in what you're doing and saying, look, I want on my first level, I'm going to have George Robinson. On my next level, I'm going to have Marin because I'm splitting those two up. Then I'm going to have Ian right here. And then we're going to build underneath of them and help them make sure that they get two. So then I'm going to call them up and say, hey, who are your 3 partners? And who are your 3 customers? Well, Kevin, I've got 3 partners. I don't only have 3 customers yet. I've only got 1. Oh, that's okay. Let's go ahead and start getting you some customers. So here's what we need to do. We're going to get you inside of INFINii Network. We're going to make a list of contacts that you have that are ready to go. If you have anyone who's inactive, we're going to give them a call and re-engage them and get them back in. Okay, these are things that should be fairly natural to our leaders. I think pretty much all of our leaders would spout out that same thing right there because it works over and over again, right? And what you're going to also see is some of us you're going to see a lot from some of our leaders here very soon because I'm going to be forming some leadership councils with your uplines to make sure that they have the latest information of what's going on to filter on that info down to you as we move through this and transition. And they have the best strategy depending on their rank for what they need to know. Okay? So that's where we are. That's where we are. So what I want to do we have any questions on this stuff? Does anyone have any questions on this before we move on to the next subject? Beautiful. Okay. So if you have inactive folks, Greg's asking, how do you get rid of inactive people in your downline? 2 things. One, they're going to be, if they do not re-engage in the next 30 days, they will be purged out of the system. Okay, so they'll go away because we really don't want you to have active person, not active, active, and a huge team and have to manage all that. Okay, so they will be purged out. But if they're on your level 1, it all starts with a phone call. Hey, have you seen what's going on here? Have you seen what these guys are doing? Have you seen what's happening with INFINii? Go ahead and send them this link right here. Okay, let them watch what we did. Let them watch what we've got going on here. And I'm going to send this to you guys so you can invite your downlines, your personals, to go ahead and take a look at that and see the rewards plan, the holding tank, and what's happening with the marketplace, all right? Because the marketplace is coming out here very soon, and it's going to be a huge, huge game changer. So let them watch this and go ahead and see what's going on. And they can even register for the next webinar, okay, that we're having, because this is day 1. Today's day 2. We're having another one tomorrow, and you'll start to see this page change as these days go by, to have all of these recordings for you, but you've got to get them re-engaged. And the only way to do it is to really pick up that phone and give them a call. I'll tell you what, I might have lists and I might be able to, if I went into Amway tomorrow, I could probably craft a sales letter and a sales funnel, and I could probably drive, a bunch of people into Amway and have a very successful business very, very quickly without picking up the phone. Sounds cool, right? But I would pick up the phone. I would pick up the phone and call those folks who have worked with in the past that I want to work with, that are leaders that I want to build a business with. I would pick up the phone and call them. I'm an online guy, but I would pick up the phone and I would call them, right? Sometimes you got to pick up the phone, give them a call and say, hey, let's build this. And look, it makes sense, right? So if I'm going to build a business and I'm going to have 3 people that I'm going to be really supporting and running with, sprinting with, then you better believe I'm going to pick up the phone and call them. I'm not going to let it happen with just a sales funnel. We're going to be on the phone. We're going to be strategizing. I'm going to be working and help growing their downline, growing their team, right? I'm not saying pick up the phone and call and do really cold calls. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying pick up the phone and get on the phone with folks that you know will be good inside of this company, especially if they're already inside of your downlines here. If you've already had them in your teams in INFINii and they're doing something else, or they're looking at something else, or they're not paying attention, get them re-engaged and build with them, run with them, and make a commitment to their success. And I tell you, it'll go miles for you, okay? So I think that was a little bit of a rant rather than an answer, but I hope you'll forgive me. But yes, Scott, they will be purging. They will be purging out of the system. And that doesn't mean they can't come back. It just means we need to get rid of the dead weight and make sure that you guys have a clean structure and a clean organization to build, because we're concerned about your success and what we want to do with you. All right. If someone's not interested in INFINii, that's fine with us. But a lot of people might not know what's going on. So get in touch with them, talk with them, bring them back on board. Sound cool? That sound cool, guys? Who here's already done that? Who's already re-engaged some of their folks inside of here and been good leaders? Helping and bringing good, beautiful Tanya, Maria, Marin, Scott, Mike, Carly, good job, awesome. Norman, Ron, Bruce, I know you would be Bruce. Jason Voss, you're awesome, man. You're all over the place. You're awesome. Beautiful. Laura, good job. Awesome, guys. Jeff, definitely. Yep, without, you didn't have to say anything. Teresa, good. Kenya, absolutely. Brian, woohoo, there he goes. So good stuff, guys. Look. We have something very unique, right? And we have the compensation plan, the rewards plan that we're launching. And here's what I want you to do, guys. If you ever hear me say compensation plan, correct me in the chat. Say, Kevin, it's rewards plan. All right, smack me in the mouth on that because I need it. So we have a lot of thank you. We have a lot of cool things that are happening here, right? We have marketplace, we have stores, we have digital. Okay, we have INFINii Network. Wait till you see what I'm doing. INFINii Network. Oh boy, we got some cool funnels coming out the pipelines for you guys. Okay, and we have got to get the word out on this. Okay, if you guys are ready to build this, then you should be just rocking this thing out. Going to anyone who will get within 2 feet of you and letting them know what's going on here, and send them that link that I just sent you. Let them see what we're doing. They've got to see it, because this, you know, if you look at this in a month from now, this will be a totally different company, right? Totally different rewards plan, right? You know, the training that we do on Amazon, the training that we do on eBay, the training that we do on Bonanza, the masterclass, these things of this nature. Training is wonderful. Okay, training is wonderful, but there's 10,000 JVZoo programs that'll probably teach you training too, right? And there's directions that these companies are going that we might not be comfortable with in some cases. And so that's why you see us bringing in all these vendors. That's why you see us launching the marketplace. That's why you see us launching the stores, because we're not looking at what you can do in a month from now. We're not looking at what you can do in 6 months from now. We're looking at what you can do in a year from now, 2 years from now. Where is Scott going to be? Where's Kim going to be? Where's Norman going to be? Where's Irvin going to be? Where's Larry going to be? Where's Teresa going to be? Where's Jeff going to be in 2 years from now? Will you have a multi-million-dollar business? And can we set up the foundation for that? Not just with training, with the actual ecosystem that's going to get you there. That's what we're concerned with. We're concerned with your legacy and your success, not just now, but decades down the road. And so you'll see us think a little bit farther down than the average JVZoo launch out there, right? So anyway, off my rant. I'm going to shut up with that. I'm just excited about where we're going, guys. Ron, love you, brother. Let's do this, okay? And we'll rock this thing out, guys. So Hitesh, I want to bring Hitesh out because every time he pops out here, he always blows my mind with something crazy that he's done that I might even not have known was happening, all right? So let's go ahead and bring out Hitesh and get him to cover some of the cool things that he's got going on the back end. So Hitesh, are you here, my friend? Are you here?
I am here. Thank you very much for bringing me out here. And there are actually a few things that I want to go over very quickly. First of all, I don't know if you guys remember yesterday at the webinar, we said something. We had said that, hey, we're going to go over some of the most obvious basic things that you should be doing in business. But also, I would like to take a moment to show you guys a slightly different way that we're going to be displaying your genealogies going forward, starting tomorrow evening. So let me grab the screen quick. Okay, so one of the things that we are looking to do is change out the way we display your downlines, because your downlines right now are clustered together in a typical MLM format. I guess that's what I call it. The problem with that is that it constantly keeps going deeper and deeper, and you have to scroll all over the place. You can't really see it as well. You can't structure things out as well. So we're actually going to be laying it out in this manner, where you can literally break down your genealogy like this, which makes it a lot easier for you to figure out. So if I want to know who's this guy's team, I just hover over him and it highlights the whole team for me. So this will go hand in hand with the handout that you just got from Kevin, which lays out your structure in this manner. So you're going to see this come out. It'll make your life a lot easier. You'll be able to see a lot more of the genealogies in the same go. It'll help you guys a lot. Now, the other thing that we went over is that we're going to go and talk a little bit about the nature of business, some very obvious things you should be doing on both your e-commerce side as well as on your partner side. Okay, so regardless of which side you're on, which side you're focusing on at the moment, there are some basic principles that you have to repeat over and over to make sure that you're succeeding. Okay, there's not a whole lot to. So the first thing you have to do is keep an eye out for major changes or major events. Okay, so every industry moves according to the major changes in events. Sometimes it's a change in the law, sometimes it's a revolutionary new technology, sometimes it's something catastrophic, right? It can be any of those things. But basically, imagine these red lines, red dots denote some major event or some major occurrence. And this graph represents the number of participants in that industry at that time. Okay, so every time there's a major change, you see a sudden drop in the number of participants. That's the number of people who were not able to keep up with the change or who did not adapt with the change, or whatever you want to call it. Now, the beautiful thing here is that you can get past that. But there's something that happens that's a corollary to this. At the same time, the amount of money that the participants are making goes up dramatically, right? Because a lot of the other people have fallen off. So one of our core reasons for being so engaged, having webinars all the time, having webinars every week, having new training being put out there, bringing out new tools and all of those things all the time, is because we want you to be in that group of people, that when a major change comes, which is not always a positive change, but whenever the change comes, you are one of the people who actually increases their income instead of having it go down. So we plan things around major events. So one major event for us, for example, is the release of the marketplace, release of the new rewards plan within our company. A major event for the e-commerce side would be, for example, Prime Day, right? Prime Day and Black Days, and Black Friday sales, and so on. So you have all of these major things that you have to be prepared to take some advantage of. So actually, we'll be doing a series on how to benefit from Prime Day and how to benefit from the Amazon side of things and what you can do there. And then we're also releasing a new set of automation systems, which again are going to be included with all the stuff that you're getting, which you will be able to use to dramatically increase your results on the e-commerce side as well. Okay, so let's go over what it takes to actually grow a business. It's very, very straightforward. It's not difficult stuff at all. Essentially, the steps to growing a business are the very first thing you should be doing is throw out a bunch of sales funnels. Now, this is very, very easy for you on both sides in INFINii, because on the product side, on the e-commerce side, throwing out new funnels means just putting up more listings and putting up more products. And you should be doing that all the time. You guys need to set a goal for yourself for every day. Okay, so let's say that on the right side, we're going to put our goals related to each of these points. So you should set a goal for yourself and say, even if it's something small, like I'm going to make 5 listings a day. Okay, even that is a small enough goal that you can easily do. That should take you no more than maybe 20 minutes a day. Okay, that's not asking for much to run a business. But by the end of the month, you're looking at 150 listings. Okay, the second thing that you should be doing is analyzing the results of what's happening. So if you have 150 listings, now you have to figure out which of these listings are actually really good for me. Which are the listings that are working really well. So you're going to select the ones that are doing well for you, and you can go ahead and convert them into good, which is they're going to last for a long time. The big benefit you get there is that your sales history is on there. And when you have a listing that has a lot of sales history, you're going to keep your rankings are going to stay up. You're going to get more traffic on that listing in the future. A lot of different benefits that come from that are covered in the training. But basically, you should convert those to good till canceled and keep up with an additional 5 listings a day in the meantime. So keep getting rid of the bad ones that are not doing anything for you over time. Okay, if a listing has not sold anything in 3 months, don't keep relisting it. It may be a seasonal item. Maybe you should be waiting for the right season. Don't list Valentine's Day candy in December, right? That's pretty common sense stuff. So next thing that you want to do is scale up the things that are doing really well for you. So when you find items that are doing really well for you and you're making money from, you have some profits collected from it, now maybe it's time for you to scale that up and introduce a new way to get more traffic to it. Maybe you should take that product and list it in other marketplaces at the same time. Or maybe you should take that item and look into sourcing it yourself and FBAing it. Or maybe you should try and find another vendor for it where you can get it even cheaper or something like that, right? So now you want to scale that up. So maybe you should be, instead of just selling on eBay, sell it on Amazon at the same time, or source the product and sell it on Amazon as FBA, or put it up in your Shopify, or maybe put it up in your INFINii stores. Hint, hint, something later about that. So over here is where you're going to add more marketplaces into the mix. Okay, next thing is engage with new traffic sources. Now, when you have a product and you have maybe a range of products that you're now working with that you have brought in, it's time for you to try and scale those traffic sources up. So you have training already that we give you on driving traffic, both in INFINii Network as well as with Facebook PPC and with YouTube PPC and many other sources like that. So it's time to add more traffic in there, including Amazon's own PPC, right? You can do Amazon PPC as well. Very specific ways to do it in a good way. Don't just guess at it. And now what you want to start doing is try to create repeat exposure with the people that you have already had purchased products from you. So set up your follow-up messages, where when somebody has purchased an item from you, they get a message from you saying, hey, thanks for buying this item from me. You bought a baby crib from me. Here is a baby mattress that doesn't have flame retardant in it and is organic and so on and so forth. Or here is something for your baby because the baby's probably about 2 months now since you bought something from me 2 months ago. So there are things like that that you can run that can give you more repeat sales as they keep coming in. The next thing that you would do is share results. Now, you actually do this really well when you are selling with stores. If you have your own store on eBay, for example, you can put up a sale. You can share results on your listings as well from other people who really like your products. Testimonials go a long way, no matter what you're doing. So even a follow-up message that says, we've had 20 people take advantage of this coupon, only 10 more left, can do massive numbers for you. And we've actually seen that play out. I think I've shared these numbers before, where people have been making almost twice as much money who have set up their follow-up messages than people who don't set up these follow-up messages. And then finally, when you're ready to really go big time, you want to create an emotional connection. Okay, and that's what builds a brand. You have selected kind of a niche over time. Over time, you figured out that most of my products that do really well are in this one particular industry. I have some people that are repeat buyers now in this one particular thing. And now you can start branding your own products, bringing them in and selling them. Okay, that's the process. That's the process of every single business out there. I've just applied that to the e-commerce side. The same thing applies for you on your affiliate side. Okay, so if you want to build the business as a partner, it's actually pretty straightforward. You have, how many funnels do they have right now, Kevin, in INFINii Network? Is it 8, or how many opt-in pages and all that stuff?
Yeah, I think they have 8, but there's actually, this week I'm going to be launching out a few more.
Okay, beautiful. And then
especially in different languages. So for those of you who are looking for them in Greek and in looking for them in Spanish and things of that nature, you're going to start seeing those pop in there as well.
Beautiful. And then we are putting out some new sales pages themselves too. We're actually creating a whole new sales funnel around the whole system, which will be pretty beautiful. So it's going to be beautiful and big and amazing, and everybody can buy from it legally. So we're going to have a bunch of sales funnels, but the point is that with INFINii Network, it takes you, 3 clicks for these funnels. So you're looking at 24 clicks to create your funnels, throw them out there, start from campaigns to all of the stuff that results. And when you find the funnels that are doing really well for you, when you find some specific word changes that are working really well, some specific follow-up messages that are working really well, scale that up. Okay, start scaling that up. Now, here is what this new rewards plan change lets you do. See, I didn't say comp plan. So what this lets you do is when you bring somebody in, just think about what's actually happening. For one, you're getting 25% on the sale itself, but then you're also getting 10% on the INFINii pay, right? So you're basically getting about 35% on that first sale. So even if you are spending about $10 in traffic to get one sale, okay? So if you spend $10, just one sale, you are already profitable, okay? Even if you're breaking even on the front end, that's still going to be profitable for you because you're going to have recurring income kicking in from the months after. And you have all the other things, right? You have the milestones and the milestone matches and so on and so forth. So one of the big reasons for this rewards plan change is to make it easier for you to scale up your traffic on the INFINii network side, okay? Once you see that it's working for you, now you start engaging new traffic sources. You start repeating exposure to the existing traffic, which is simply running more autoresponder sequences for them, which is already provided for you guys. You already have a mailing system already in INFINii network, so use that. And one thing that you really should be doing, and this is the part that I see missing a lot, especially nowadays, because people think it's so common now that everybody's getting results. So everybody's getting results, and it feels that way because you are in this bubble. Okay, so you are surrounded by other INFINii members. You're surrounded by other people who are selling successfully on eBay, Amazon, and so on. So you're constantly seeing people posting these results, and you think it does, oh, everybody's doing it now. In reality, vast majority of the people, like 95% plus of the people out there are not getting good results doing what they're doing. That's one of the beautiful things that you have with INFINii. You get to share results of what you are doing on your e-commerce site as well. Even the stuff that you learn, even when you hit your goals, you know what? Announce every day. I'm about to make 5 listings. Let's see how long it takes me. Just a simple thing like that. You're going to motivate other people in your team to take action. You're going to motivate them to actually go ahead and do the process that they need to do to get the results. And then you can share your own results, which happens all the time. I just saw somebody posted where they've been able to put some money towards getting a new house. Not saying they bought the house with what they made here, but they were able to put something towards it. I've seen people who've actually bought new cars with the stuff they've done, people who are relaxing more. To me, it's a lot more important when we get messages from people saying, hey, you know, I have all of these disabilities because of which I couldn't work, and now I'm actually able to do something. And I won't go into all the details of what some of the things that have happened. But when you share those results out there, it produces a lot of not just results for you in terms of the money coming in, but actually has a side effect of a lot more motivation, because people who are in your team want to mimic those results. They also want to be able to share those results. I'm not a big guy on Facebook. I really don't like some of the behaviors that social media encourages, but this is a good behavior that encourages. It gets other people to repeat actions and to take note of what's happening. So whenever you share a result, you should always tie your result with a specific action or an event. Okay, so you remember this up here? Take note of the events that are happening, that are major. Always tie in your results with something major that's going to happen out there. So share your results. I just made this much money selling on eBay, or I just got this many people in my business, or I just saw this campaign that performed extremely well. And then you tie that with a major event, something like can't wait for INFINii marketplace launch, waiting for the marketplace launch, or the new rewards plan is insane, this is ridiculous, you guys need to take a look at it. Don't have to be so obvious and aggressive about it, but it's a good thing to tie in results with an action and an event that you want people to take. And the final thing is to create an emotional connection. Now, this is very important, and this is the core reason why I actually have always disliked standard MLMs, okay? And I know there is a subset of our user base right now and our listeners right now who are freaking out inside because they don't like hearing that somebody's saying, oh, I don't like MLM for any reason. Well, there is everything, every business in this world, including Amazon and eBay, there are things you like about them and things that you don't. One of the things that I don't like about MLMs in general is the emotional connection is abused instead of nurtured, okay? That's why we changed our rewards plan. That was a very, we want you to be able to help your downline. We want you to be able to help your team, but in a positive way, not as a handout. We don't want welfare. We want results, right? So what you can do now with the rewards plan is you can move people from the holding tank. You can run successful campaigns, earn from them, run profitable campaigns on the front end, and move those people, move that business volume under somebody else to help them rank advance. That's how you can create real connection and a real harmony and a bond within your entire team. That's what you really want to be doing. So you want to create an emotional connection, give them some help, give them some encouragement on both sides, on the e-commerce side, as well as on their business side with promoting and running traffic campaigns and so on. And then you can now help them in the rewards plan as well. Use the holding tank aggressively and use it in basically and strategically with your entire team. Okay, so organize with your top 3 people like Kevin taught you today, open up the handout, write down the 3 people's names, and you want to actually strategize with them and say, all right, here are the people that we are going to aim to get to the next rank. Okay, so this is almost exactly what Kevin and I do, right? So we sit down and then we call up Jason, like, all right, Jason, so who are the people who are doing well that we want to reward? Doesn't matter how deep they are in the organization, because we have about 1,000 people to place. So we look at that and go, anybody who is that builder and is about to hit manager, is close to it, but they haven't hit quite yet, we can help them out because we can place somebody under them, right? And there is a chain reaction from that. Remember that in this scenario, if this is the person that you just helped by placing a new person under them here, okay, you in effect helped all of these people too, right? Because this is the person who might have gotten manager, but these people are also earning INFINII pay. They also now have increased business volume. In fact, in some cases, you might actually help rank advance 2 people, 3 people, 4 people in a row because of the next person that you place. So you want to strategize this stuff with the people that you're working with. You want to strategize with them even on the e-commerce side over time. That's some of the best results that I've seen have come from people working together, going, hey, let's create these listings, let's source these items together and stuff like that. So those are some of the things that you really want to start doing, and you want to applying these steps as much as you can on a daily basis. Now, what the biggest mistake that I've seen, and I've seen this mistake by leaders, okay, like by major leaders, and I've done this myself in our business as well at times. What starts happening is that you think that this is a process where you just go down the line. So you'll create the funnels, you'll analyze the results, you'll scale it up, you will get more traffic, you will start engaging with the people who you're bringing in, and you have a great business going, you're doing well, and then you stop, and then you just keep repeating this step over and over. And that doesn't work, guys. You have to constantly be increasing, and you have to be running all of these steps at the same time. So we love that you have freedom. We want everybody to have freedom, but you have to use that freedom with some level of structure daily. So set up a plan in place. So use the handout from Kevin, set up your plan on the business side, set up a similar plan on your e-commerce side. How many listings am I going to make every day? How many of them am I going to move to either good till canceled, or if I don't find any, how am I going to identify my categories that are doing the best? Every month, you need to look at your results and say what products did the best, what categories did the best. You're going to list more items in those categories related to those items. You're going to list less in the categories that do very little for you. That's going to do a lot more for your business than you guys realize right now, even from the perspective of the type of rankings increases that you get on Amazon and eBay. There's a lot that goes in there. And I'll actually cover that in a different webinar on how that actually works in the background. But you have to run these steps all the time, daily, together, and set up tasks in your team. If you're a leader, start giving tasks to people in your team. Hey, you need to run a campaign next. Let's run a campaign with you. Show me the results from the campaign that you ran so we can optimize it together. And guess what? If you are not an expert on online traffic, that's great. You just tell them, hey, let's get on an INFINii network webinar. Make sure that we ask Kevin about this particular campaign and about our results on there. And Kevin is always there to help you guys. So this is what you want to do. So very specifically, now what you need to be doing is start sharing the next webinar that we're going to hold. You're going to see that posted in the back office. Kevin is going to announce that. We're going to do a next webinar, and then we're going to open card, right? So we're going to open up the card on Monday. You're going to be able to bring people in again everybody will start seeing the business volume generated from that. You will start seeing your daily rank advancements kick in. You will start seeing your business volume moving around through the whole tank. And now suddenly everything will become very dynamic. It's going to be very engaging. So it's great. So you need to start announcing this next event that's coming up, what you are going to do specifically with that event. Like we just declared, right? We are going to place 1,000 people under builders to get as many of them to managers as we can. Okay, and maybe we will announce a specific numerical goal. It's the same thing that you guys need to be doing. You should be announcing, hey, listen, I have 98 people on my level 1. I'm going to select 4. I'm going to run a contest for these 4, and we're going to run a campaign together. We're going to run a campaign. The ones who get the most results, I'm going to place my other people from the holding tank in there, or I'm going to move 3,000 people from my holding tank under them. And you use that as the incentive for them to grow. And then you can start doing that, actually beautifully enough, you can start doing that on the e-commerce side. Okay, you can start telling them, you can refer vendors into the marketplace, and you can start running contests around that. Hey, the next 5 people who sell the most of this item on their eBay and Amazon listings, I'm going to place some volume under them from the holding tank. Or I'm going to place this vendor under them in the holding tank. So there's all sorts of beautiful strategies that's going to come out of this. You have all the freedom in the world to run it the way you want. Just run it with some structure and some planning behind it. And you will be amazed at the kind of results you get, the kind of engagement you get. People are really, really thirsty, especially right now, but in general, people are very thirsty for supportive uplines who actually have a plan that they can follow. Most people just want somebody to hand them a plan and say, here's how you follow the step, here's how you follow the process, and here's how you get the results from it. So that's what you guys want to do now. Announce the next webinar, announce what your goal is from the new rewards plan, announce what your goal is with the marketplace, announce who you are going to be helping and how, announce your plan, and motivate other people to take those results as well. So this is probably the most I've talked about motivation. It's not very common for me to do so, but there's that. Go ahead, Kev.
I just want to do something. This is great, and I want to put some folks on the spot here. So I'm just going to hope. I see that Kenya's on, and I'd like to unmute her, and we'll kind of put her on the spot real quick, if that's all right. So let's see what happens. Oh, she's not. I can't unmute her. Dang it, she's not on phone connection. So okay, I wanted to bring somebody.
I see Jeff on there.
Do you see Jeff? Anyone want to unmute and say a couple things about what they're seeing here today and what they're ready to do with INFINii? Just pop in the chat and let me know, and we will make that happen. Because there's so much good stuff here. It's ridiculous. And I saw her name on here. I was really open to grab her.
Yeah. Jeff,
Yep.
Can we unmute you?
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on 1 second. There, sure. I'm going to just unmute Kenya. Kenya, can you hear us? We got you.
Hey, I can hear you.
Surprise. How are you doing?
Good. I'm excited.
Beautiful. Yeah, what do you think about all this from a perspective of someone who's been around here for quite some time, having a good, solid e-commerce business, been building teams, been helping people grow their businesses? What do you got?
No time to prep my speech or anything. No, just kidding. I'm so excited. I was talking with a few people today, just some strategy and what we're going to be able to do. And this is just going to bring another solid stream in for people, and we're really going to be able to help. I don't know if people on the call fully understand the power of the manager rank. I just keep thinking manager, and it's so easy and attainable, and it's going to put money in people's pockets so fast. So I'm very excited. I do have an e-commerce business that does very well, and I'm very thankful for the training that has been given to me to make that happen. And we do believe in multiple streams, and it's so cool when a company like INFINii has multiple streams built inside of it. So this is really a unique opportunity. And for those of you who are new, Kevin, what are you doing? Those of you who are new, you're in a great place. And for those of you who are not new and been around, I think we're all in for an incredible surprise. I was at the Association of Network Marketing Professionals event today, and this girl right here is a social media like expert. She recruits a ton of people into her opportunity by just not putting links on her wall. But Kevin, what you and I were talking about the other day, and she's amazing. I learned from her today, and I'm excited to share a little bit of what I learned sometime with the INFINii group of people. But we have an opportunity that is easy to recruit into, because all you have to do is post your results. You don't have to spam people. You're selling stuff online. It's something anybody can do. People want to know what you're selling. Your inbox will blow up if you just share your results. I know a lot of you out there are making a ton of money and you keep it under wraps, and you guys just need to post and celebrate and let people celebrate with you, because this opportunity will change lives.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate it, and I'll tell you, it's great. We have so many amazing leaders here that are building, and you guys, if you don't know who Kenny is and what she's doing, I mean, always about self-improvement and always about making sure her team improves in multiple levels of their business and in their personal lives, and it's really great. That's why I really wanted to unmute you and let you see, let everyone see you are and hear from you, because it's just you're an inspiration in what you're doing here, and you get it, right? You know that where this company's going and what's happening here, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. So thank you. Appreciate it.
Can I just say one more thing?
Yeah.
You guys that are, I actually sent an email to my entire team today, just basically saying the subject line was, whether you're active or inactive in INFINii, you need to open this. And just to inform people, because they want to hear from the person that brought them into the company. They might get emails from INFINii, but you guys don't want to count on them to to open those emails, because they're more likely to open an email from you if they have quit INFINii. So definitely reach out to those people that are inactive, because this is a different ballgame right now, and you don't want anyone after the 30 days is up to be upset with you because you never told them, because when they hear about it, they will be upset with you if they've been perfect.
Yep, definitely. Beautiful. Well, I've got someone else on here too that
there's something I really want to piggyback off for just a quick second from what Kenya said and what I see in the chat box with people saying, oh, I do have results, but I don't know how to share them. So there's a very simple template. You can share them, but one good thing you should do is tag some of the leaders. You should be tagging somebody like Kenya or Nikki and Carly and so on. And when you do so, we actually choose some of our users' results, and we can put that on the INFINii fan page, and we can just boost that. We can have that shared with everyone, so people can see the type of results that everybody's getting. And that's actually a very good way for you to brand yourself at the same time too. So that's a very simple way that you can do it. And honestly, when you ask, I don't know how to share it, that's the best time to share it, because you don't want to make it sound like a sales pitch, because it shouldn't be. All you are doing is sharing results, something very normal, right? So if you go to the store and you find a good deal on something, you might share that and say, hey, I just found a good deal on this. That's a very casual way in which you need to share this as well. So keep it very casual, keep it very conversational. You're talking with somebody that you know, that's hopefully the people on Facebook with you, and just share what you're doing, share your results. Hey, I just started out with this platform and was very interested in trying to see if this thing with eBay and Amazon works, and it works surprisingly well. I'm kind of surprised at my results here, and then put a screenshot up. That's all it takes. So maybe, Kenya, you would like to share a couple of templates, and maybe we could have you out on, I know you've done training before on Facebook etiquette and so on. And so maybe we should have you on one of the INFINii Network webinars where you can share some of the stuff that you have done and how you have built a pretty aggressive following.
I would love to do that.
Beautiful. I'm gonna be hunting you down. I'm gonna be hunting you down for it. Awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Kenya. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
So real quick, Hitesh, I'm gonna try to surprise somebody else. Let me see. Give me 1 second, guys. So she doesn't even know I'm doing this. But I just saw a comment in here, sold 16,000 in Amazon in the last 30 days. So I'm unmuting you, Maria. I want you to come out and say something. Can you hear us? We got you unmuted. Surprise.
That's me?
It's you.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's you.
Oh my God. Well, what happened?
Just so you know, Maria also has pretty much all of Greece under her. Like she's a rock star on the partner side as well. So, you know, guys, I want to introduce Maria a little bit better. She's one of the motivations for why we changed the rewards plan. Okay, she's one of the people who has been responsible for, indirectly in a way, of a tremendous amounts of volume, especially like almost all the growth in Europe is coming in a strange way through her. It's amazing. But because of the comp plan that we had, and see, I called it the comp plan, that was a comp plan, she was actually, all the volume on the big leg does nothing, right? It just sits there. So she was actually one of the motivations. I spoke with her once before, and it really stuck in my mind. I was like, we need to make sure that you get rewarded on all your volume. So this is really incidental. This is purely a coincidence, but this is awesome to have you on here. So now, please go ahead, Maria.
You know, you have to understand that I'm the one who trained Bill. When he first signed up, he was an unemployed guy who just released himself from the, he was like a seal in Greece, right? And he didn't have no income at all. I just signed up for DS, and I just started to make money like $100 a day with eBay. And I told him about it, and he said, "Oh my God, Maria, I need money so bad. Help me." And I was on Skype with him so much. So I'm so proud of this guy. That's incredible.
Beautiful.
So what happened to me in May? I was talking to one of my members, and she was telling me, Michelle from Dallas, she was telling me she's making $6,000 selling things on Amazon. And I was helping so many people, I was not focusing on Amazon. So I was thinking, Michelle can do it, I can do it. So I started to focus. I'm serious. At end of April, I started to focus on it. And in May, I sold $16,000 worth of stuff on Amazon. I can prove it to you.
Oh man, can you say that one more time, please?
$16,000 worth. First, I mean, I always selling things, but Michelle said she can make $6,000 a month. I said, wow, she can do it, I can do it. I told
Beautiful.
her, you cannot do better than me. So thank you, Michelle. Awesome. I mean, this is what you can do. This is serious. And I always on webinars, I learned something from Hitesh, and I learned something from Michelle when she was telling me things, and I'm always listening. And I started to do the same thing what Hitesh was saying, and all of a sudden I started to sell like, oh my God, what am I gonna do now? And I'm so lucky because by now I build up, I have credit cards that's unlimited. So think about it. I have to put like $16,000 on cards and stuff. And when I'm making, Amazon gives me money, I just keep paying it off. But they're just awesome.
Oh, beautiful.
Incredible. It's just unbelievable. So I was thinking about putting it on my wall,
Oh yeah, it might be time. Who here wants to see her start posting on her wall about this? This is beautiful.
No, this is so amazing because it also ties in so well with the point that we were just making. The relationship with Bill, and this is the opposite, right? In typical MLMs, you're looking for people who have some money, so you can bring them in and you can generate some for yourself. And here it's a different idea. Okay, there's a very different concept here. It's the idea of you have somebody who is not doing well and you can actually help them and they can actually be successful and they don't have to run a chain recruitment scheme of some sort to be successful. And Maria has done it herself. She has seen other people do it on the e-commerce side. We've seen Bill do it incredibly well, and now Bill is like in all of Europe. It's
And so
amazing
many
what he has
so
done.
many people do so well.
I know, it's incredible. We have about 600 people. And guys, we're talking about a country like Greece, which is for all intents and purposes, pretty much the country went bankrupt.
I know.
And
I know.
there are hundreds of people there. It's amazing. So this is such a nice surprise. I actually saw your comment and I was like, I think this is the same Maria. This would be good. So
I know.
yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah, you can get lucky sometimes. I got Bill, and because he had so many questions from me. In the beginning, I thought, oh my God, this guy gonna do well. And
yep. No, he's incredible.
Incredible.
And we're gonna have him on some. And many of you, if you've attended the international trainings, you've probably met Bill because he actually does some of those trainings and has been very instrumental on setting up a process. So actually, I see a comment here from Vanessa, who is from Latvia. Vanessa, if you go through the international training side, it actually shows you how, as an international member, you can sell on eBay and Amazon as well. So there's a specific section for international users as well, and that's actually that's where Bill works a lot with us.
Yeah,
So,
he's a hardworking guy. He's very hard.
Oh yeah, very much so.
So is his wife. I don't know if you met his wife, but she's awesome. Both of them just working so hard.
Yeah, and so here's what Maria said. She basically started in April and in May made 16,000 in sales.
I know.
And yet this is a proven fact of the hundreds of people on this call right now. Okay, I bet less than maybe 30% will actually go out and try exactly what she did. And she didn't do something outrageous. It's in your training. You have that in your back office, and it's just the steps that we just went over. Like she says, just the steps that I said: be consistent, put up listings, analyze the ones that are doing well, and scale those up. And we'll do a webinar where I'll do that very specifically, and I can go through those steps with you, like with examples, so you can see how to do that. But my goodness, this is so easy if you would just apply it. So, Maria, do you want to share some quick tips on what are some of the things that you did without having to share all of the specific details? Can you share some of the things that you did do?
I really only work with the three different. I'm working with Overstock. I became a approved dropshipper with them 2.5 years ago. So I just absolutely love to work with them. I'm working with Walmart, and I learned something from you a while ago. You were mentioning eBay. So now I'm finding people on eBay who are companies, and I'm sourcing from them. Basically, this is the three companies I'm working with. And then I go to, I buy things from a dollar store and buy them for $1. I'm selling them for $15. I mean, I do that because that's, I do it with my children, so that's a lot of fun for them, So I'm thinking, even if I just make, $400 or $500 a month to do that, that's gonna be fine. But I do that too, I love doing it. But basically, I'm working with Overstock and Walmart and eBay. That's it. I'm going through, products that it sells well. I learned that from you. I'm looking for products that sells well. I'm not listing anything more than 10,000 right now. If they have a under 10,000, I don't even touch them. I'm going through the ones that the best 100, and see what can I list, and I sign up for so I can sell health related stuff. So I'm selling a lot of creams and stuff from Overstock. I'm buying them for $12. I'm selling them for $24. And I'm selling so much that's crazy. And there's not too many people doing that because they you have to have they have to approve you to sell that. So I'm doing that a lot. It's a lot. Profit is very, very high,
Yeah. And that's basically what INFINii Marketplace will do too. Actually, guys, just so you guys can see, I'm going to show you a very quick example. I'm not saying this is the product that you should go do this with immediately. I'm just giving you an example. So we have this iRobot Roomba, right? Okay, so we have this automated robot that vacuums our house. So I just looked over. I looked up on eBay, and I can get this for $800, and it's selling on Amazon for almost $900, right? So this is a good example, and this is what Maria is referring to. There are products that actually the direct sellers in many cases now are selling on eBay themselves. So this is not necessarily an example of it. There's actually more examples and trainings. And like I said, we'll do another webinar. I'll show you some actual examples as well. But there are items that you can go get on eBay, and you can do the opposite. You can list on Amazon and drop ship from eBay to the people on Amazon, to your buyers on Amazon. It's really a very, very good, strong thing. And just to give you one other tip, that's an important thing. So there's, who here Fulfill Prime? Has any one of you so far sold on Amazon with Seller Fulfill Prime? No one? Hopefully, it's kind of a unique thing. If not, no. So 2 people, great. So Seller Fulfill Prime essentially allows you to have this Prime marking, even if you're not doing FBA, as long as you meet some criteria, if you're a seller with decent history. So now when Prime Day comes up, majority of the sales are looking, they're geared towards Prime buyers. So when Prime Day hits, what you want to do is use Seller Fulfill Prime, and you can source stuff right from the eBay seller, right from the actual supplier on eBay. And you can actually take part in the massive surge of sales that happens on Prime Day. Now, even if you're not selling as Seller Fulfill Prime, you will still see a pretty big boost in sales. We have one of the sellers who actually did like 16,000 or 18,000 on one day last year on Prime Day. Okay, so on one day, they did about 16 to 18,000. But if you actually have Seller Fulfill Prime at the same time, you can do much more than that. In fact, the top person that was within our network did about $62,000 in sales on that day, and they had some pieces that were Seller Fulfill Prime. So look that up. There are some criterias, but many of you have been selling for a while, will qualify for it. But this is essentially what Maria is talking about. She uses eBay as her source, she uses Walmart as her source, and she's selling on Amazon. And that was her first month, and those were the results. So hopefully her sharing that is motivating some of you to actually do it. And hopefully I've given you some direction on how to try and do it. And that's all you need to be doing in your posts as well. And when you share your stuff, which is, here is my result, and here is a rough idea of how to do it. And then they can contact you for more specific details. So if we do another webinar, go into more specific detail of how to do this, would you like to get on here? See, and everybody says yes. So if you made a Facebook post and said, here are my results, here is roughly how I did it, this is really cool, would you like more directions on this? Everybody's going to say yes. Okay, I just got like 200 people to say yes in a second, and it's still going through. So that's the point, guys. That's exactly how you do it. And thank you so much for being on here, Maria. Hopefully we can be in touch again a bit more. I've unfortunately been traveling a lot, so I haven't been on Facebook and stuff. All right, so Kev, I think we are a little over our hour, but I think all of you have a good rough plan at least from Kevin and from the handout on what you need to be doing and what you need to be planning for.
Definitely. This was great. It was really cool to pull out, and tomorrow we're doing another webinar, guys. Tomorrow we have another webinar. So it'll be pretty awesome. Same time, same bat channel, right? So 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You guys are already registered for it. Since you're registered for this one, we'll hop on. We got a few more things to go through as we march closer and closer to really blowing the doors off of this thing. So appreciate you guys, and I'll tell you what.
Before we close, Kev, why don't you make a quick post on Facebook about, hey, the information today, if you're going to actually use, share your results on what your goal is going to be and what you've done so far using the information that was just on the webinar today. And all of you should go comment on that, announce your goal. Hopefully that will also create some accountability for yourself, because we all know that whatever people say on Facebook, they actually do, right? But hopefully it will create some level of accountability that you will declare a goal, you will declare at least an intent, and you can go and actually try. And you should try and keep up with that. And I would hope that all of us and your uplines and all of us will try to keep you accountable to that and encourage you in that process as well. So once you're ready, Kev, if you want to just share that with everybody, I'm going to make you the presenter so you can show the screen. And
And I'll tell you what, let me go ahead and I'll pop this link into the chat so everyone can just hop on over there. There we go. And I'll tell you what, tomorrow we're going to have a webinar. We'll hop on. We'll talk about this. And your goals can be as easier as, smashing out Global Manager, right? Beginning the sales process on Amazon, beginning the sales process on eBay, digging into INFINii Marketplace, setting up stores, whatever, even if it's, something that is attainable. It doesn't have to be some grandiose goal. It's just when you declare a goal, and this is a good exercise, when you write it down and you show us, what you're doing and what you've done, it really spurs you on and kind of puts you in a better mindset of, look, this is where I'm going. And now the question is, how do I get there? And now it becomes clearer, right? And we can help work out that path. So I would love to see what your goals are. So if you guys want to hop on global and beyond, see, there you go. Hitting that global rank. And you know what you have to do to hit global, right? You've got to help some people hit ranks themselves, right? So in hitting that goal, you're helping people. So it's good to have a goal of a rank, because that means that you have to help people to hit their goals in order to do it. And that's a good mindset to be in, guys. So let me know and share this bad boy. I want to see what you guys have to say for your goals. If you guys have snapshots of results, right, in your e-commerce businesses, toss them in there. If you have any kind of results, even if they're small, like I generated 10 leads today, that's a step, right? I had 5 sales on eBay. That's a step. That's something that you did. You should be celebrating that. You should be patting yourselves on the back, because it already puts you above the 99% of the people that are failing in this space, guys. That's what people don't realize, right? And I had a question about co-ops. And I just want to say this, before we do co-ops inside of INFINii Network or anywhere, what we do is we test out that traffic first, okay? We don't just go get traffic. We actually spend our own money testing out traffic. And I'll show you right now, and 3,000 leads for you guys is a good test, right? We can see what kind of results we're getting. So we're getting ready to actually toss out the co-op, because we're just wrapping up our tests on some traffic sources for you. Okay, so you'll see that as well. I just want to toss that out there and let you know. But we'll talk a little bit more about that tomorrow as we dig into more stuff that we're doing here. So for now, smash that like button, give us a comment, share it, let us know where you're at with your goals, because look at this. I want to create 10 directors in 6 months. This is beautiful. If Kenya creates 10 directors in 6 months, how many lives does that help? How many people does that get money in their pocket, right? Hundreds, right? It's good. Sometimes it's good to have a personal goal of hitting a rank, because in that process, you're going to help so many more people. So pretty awesome. This is beautiful. 366 manager, director, global, director and beyond, global manager. We were very new, 5 listings per day. This is perfect.
5 listings per day. The odds are that if you actually go through with that, and you actually do continue to the end of July, odds are you'll be surprisingly profitable. Like you'll probably look at yourself and go, we were new, we had no idea, we're glad we attended this one call, and it motivated us to make 5 listings a day, because hopefully you'll be very surprised with how much money it ends up making you. And just jump on Amazon at the same time, guys. All that training is on Prime level. You have all of Bonanza, all of eBay, all of Amazon on Prime level itself, okay? Our whole aim was, guys, we were doing well, we were fairly successful. Why create something? Why build out something new and so unique and so different and so massively demanding? It's because we want to lower the cost. We want to get this in more people's hands, because we have seen like 6,000 to 7,000 people be able to give up their jobs and be able to work from home, which in turn creates 6,000 new jobs in the world economy, right? There are 6,000 now other jobs that people can apply for. So there's something really, really unique that we have. There's something very beautiful that we have. And when you guys share your results and you guys encourage each other and you guys do that publicly, it's a very, very powerful thing. It sets your mindset up. Everybody knows I'm all about mindset but it just sets you guys up for success down the road. So I really hope you guys stick with this. If half of you hit half of the goals that you're declaring here, we'll solve the unemployment issue, right? So that's that. I hope you guys enjoyed the webinar today and you learned a bunch of stuff. And we will see you on tomorrow's webinar. And Kevin is going to put that in the back office. We will send you a mail about it. Make sure you share that with others. We want to pack that thing out completely. We're actually getting close to that now. So we will do that tomorrow.
It's already here. So even on this page from day one, this webinar link is not going to change, right? So you can click on that and register for it, right? And you guys are already registered because you're here. But you can share this with folks and say, hey, get on this call and see what these guys are doing. Because I'm going to open it. We'll open it the same way we did today, where we'll give a recap on what we're doing with the new rewards plan, what we're doing with the holding tanks, how that stuff works. And that first 5 minutes, hopefully the light will go off and they'll say, I get it. This is different. This is new. And they'll build. So pretty awesome.
Alrighty, guys. All of you have a good night or good day wherever you are in the world. And we will speak with you guys soon.
Thanks, everybody.
And hopefully, Jeff, we can bring you out tomorrow, too.
Oh, yeah. Jeff, please be here tomorrow. Oh, he's awesome. Awesome. All right, guys.
Beautiful. Okay. Thank you, guys.